Hello, this is Ifya Jinfua Ankara again, and welcome to my channel today. If this is your first time, thank you. Thank you to all my subscribers. I appreciate you. On this channel, we do three things. The first thing we do here is to identify who we are and our purpose on this earth is the second thing. The third thing is we help each other and we point out things we can do to get better than we were a day before. Thank you. So today's discussion is for our mothers today. Mother's Day is coming up, and we don't want to forget the women that made us who we are today. We want to start off by acknowledging our mothers that have departed from us and have transitioned into another world. I lost my mom 2 years ago. And if you are grieving this upcoming Mother's Day because your mom had transitioned on, we're gonna take a moment of silence and recognize them. We will not forget them. We miss them. They made us who we are. My mom made me who I am today. My mom was a fierce woman. My mom was an illiterate, and she didn't go to school because her mom was not around to kind of cultivate that aspect of life. But that did not stop my mom. She was the reason I got to know that wisdom, knowledge, and being educated are not the same. She was a smart woman. That lady was in tune, ahead of her ages. And we and my siblings, we miss her every day. There is no sentence that I could construct with someone without mentioning my mom. She left an impeccable impression on all of us, her children, her grandchildren, and people that were privileged to get to know her. Oh man, I never thought I could speak of my mom in the past tense. Never thought I could say was. It happened. And everything that I am is to the sentiment and the good name my mom left. If you have lost your mom, recall the times that she shared with you. If you are contemplating on what to do on this Mother's Day, take a moment and cherish the day, the time, the moment, the laughter, the food, and anything she shared that had become part and parcel of who you are. To all our transition mothers, thank you for your love, for your support, for your encouragement, for still watching over us. If you are a current mom, we salute you too. The mothers that stay up all night when their children are out and about, and they will not go to sleep until their child walk into the door. Selfless love from our mothers. The mothers that work 2-3 jobs, the single mothers that just want to make sure their child is not left behind. In academia, in their presentation, in their looks, in who they are. The mothers that call every single day to check on their children. The mothers that cook and ship food to their children wherever they may be. The mothers that burn the midnight oil and believe in their children that they can become what destiny has for them. We salute you on this Mother's Day. If your mom is alive, love her, cherish her, respect her, spend time with her. If your mom is over 70, God has given you grace. So spend time with them and drink in their presence, because in this world, all we have is time. And I said 70 because that is the grace God has given to us, the age that God has given to us. I'm not saying if you're young, you cannot die. That's not what I'm saying. But we take things for granted. So if she's still here in her 70s, in her 80s, in her 90s, a centurion, enjoy them. Spend time with them. Call them. No matter how much they have injured you, they still have a soft spot for you. Do not forget that. Most mothers want the best for their children. Most mothers are operating from what they know and what they knew. So we cannot hold them accountable to some of the things they did because they didn't know any better. And I say this to say, if your mom had said any hurtful things to you, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Call her, show up, cook, invite her. Because when something happens to her, you will grieve, you will cry. And the tears is gonna stem from the fact that you didn't spend time with her. So don't make that mistake. The ones that are still craving to have a child, we are sending out energy to you. We are wrapping our hands around you as women, and we say, may God open up your womb. May the universe be gracious to you so you can experience motherhood. So you can experience what it is to carry another human being in your bosom, in your belly. So you can speak to this child of yours. So you can experience what motherhood is all about. We are releasing fertility your way. We are sending positive energy your way. Receive it so you can feel and discuss and be a part of motherhood. For those of you who lost a chunk of your livelihood to a mom that was addicted, and therefore you can't say anything positive about her, that's what she knew. We don't know why she chose that path. We have no idea. And we share your sentiment as well. But we still want to say, extend love to her. If she's still alive, go visit her, call her up, because she operated from what she knew. She's operating from what she knows. And if we know better, we do better. Those who have children, but their children are not in good terms with them. If you're still not in good terms with your mom, we respect that as well. But we still want to say, you have only one mother. Release yourself from the pain, from anger. Release yourself from the wish cooler, but she's still here. She's still here. and there is hope for the living. If she's still here, you have time. You have a moment to make it right. Wrap your hands around them. The mothers that spoke life into our lives, we acknowledge you, we love you, we respect you, and we say thank you. The mothers that have opened their arms to love another child, even when that child is not theirs, we thank you. We thank you. We thank you. And we say, may God give all of us grace. May God give us all hope and wisdom and understanding. So when we meet each other, we can encourage each other. And this goes to young mothers out there. If you are just new to the motherhood of mothership, I would say you cannot do this by yourself. You cannot do motherhood by yourself. Build support, build community. When somebody sees something about your child in not so a positive way, and they draw your attention to it, accept it, thank them for it, and correct it with your child. Back in the day, we used to say it takes a village. And it did take a village. I remember a point in time in my life when I was acting a little out of my way, and somebody saw me and said, "Hey, are you Esiedia's daughter?" I could not deny it because I look exactly like my mom. And she chastised me. Chastised me. Before I got home, my mom knew what I had done, so I was afraid to go home. And that shaped my thinking. That shaped my behavior. That shaped how I even dressed when I went out, because I knew somebody will identify me and will call my mom. And when you get home, you're going to get a whipping on top of whipping. And that shaped us. That shaped our morality. That shaped how we presented ourselves. That shaped how we treated adults and people in the community. It is not so right now in our community, and children are running amok. No respect, no dignity. And when you see something about a child and you even want to talk to the mother about it, you are so afraid because the mother don't want any help. The mother takes it personally and act as though you are questioning their parental style. That's not what it is. When you allow someone else to correct your child, when your child step out of the house, they know how to behave. You cannot do this by yourself. You cannot do this alone. Motherhood is tough. You raising another child all by yourself. And the little child that you see today, they are not going to be children forever. You are raising another adult. They will grow up to be an adult at some point. What have you poured into them? What can they do? And what can they not do? What is the expectation out there? Allow another mother who is coming from a good perspective to correct your child. Because in this world, no man is an island. We are all together in this. And when I see your child thrive, I take pleasure. And I want you to do the same thing for me. But we can't do this if we are criticizing another child from a better path. Probably due to jealousy, due to anger. Let's shed away all of that. On this Mother's Day, we just want to say thank you, mothers, for supporting us, for encouraging us, for believing in us, for staying up all night, waiting for us. And for our young teenagers, when your mom criticizes you, she is your number one cheerleader in this world, and she wants nothing but the best for you. Do not take her presence for granted. Do not take her criticism for granted. Do not replace her kindness with what is in your pocket. Don't think what is in your pocket is better than your mom's advice. It could be whatever substances that you are into. The one person who will love you unconditionally is your mom. Take her advice. Allow her to be a part of you. Because what you don't want is to get that phone call that your mom is no longer among the living. And now the tears become so loud because you thought you have time. We all don't have time. We all don't have time. So this is our time. On Mother's Day, 2024, reach out, support, acknowledge, love, give a phone call, and be a blessing to someone else's child. We thank you. We thank you. We thank you. Happy Mother's Day, everyone.